doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for taking a minute and checking out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make smoked beef stew in the slow cooker. Now, I absolutely love beef stew, and I've made this recipe before just in the slow cooker from beginning to end. I'll leave a link below if you want to check it out. This time I'm going to change it up a little bit because I want to add and incorporate some of that smoky flavor that only my smoker can give by putting the meat and the vegetables in a tray in my smoker to absorb some smoky flavor. Real basic recipe. We got the meat, carrots, celery, potatoes, some beef stock, a few other ingredients. We're going to throw everything into the slow cooker once it comes out of that smoker, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. So stick around. I'm going to show you how to make this recipe step by step. Let's get cooking. Alright, so here we are. I have around 3 pounds of stew meat. Just put it on the tray. We're just going to lightly salt and pepper. Don't go crazy. We can always add more, but just a little bit. Like so. We'll do some ground black pepper. Okay, and then what I've done, move this to the side here real quick. I have 2 trays of celery, onion, carrots, and potatoes. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Just a light dose of salt and pepper. And then I'm also going to put a little olive oil in here, kind of stir it up, just a little bit of liquid, just to kind of coat the vegetables, like so. Now just a little bit of olive oil on top. It's like so, not too much, maybe a couple tablespoons. Now I'm just going to kind of mix this up with my hands. That's why I'm wearing the gloves. Just kind of try to coat everything with a little bit of that salt, the pepper, and the olive oil. And so I'm going to use these 2 trays of vegetables as my drip trays. I'm going to put them on the lower shelf in my smoker. And then this rack is going to go on top, and so any drippings from the meat will drip down right into the vegetables. So now I'm just going to arrange these pieces of meat on the rack here, like so. So just like this. Let me finish doing this. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so here it is. This is the rack, like I showed you, we're going to put on the top. I just got it on the tray here, so I don't lose any pieces. And then the vegetables. So let me go outside, fire up my smoker. I'll meet you out there in a second. Alright, so I have my smoker fired up. I only got 1 burner on. I'm going to try to keep this, you know, under 200 degrees. My purpose here isn't to cook any of this because it's all going in the slow cooker. It's just to add some smoke flavoring. So put it on your low setting. So we got the vegetables on the bottom. Whoops. And then, like I said, I'm going to add that rack of beef right on top, and if any of those drippings fall down, they're going to drip right into the tray. So there you go. I got a light dose of hickory smoke coming on right now. We're going to close this up. And I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this. It just really depends on how it looks. I'll let it go. We'll come back and check on it periodically just to see how it's going. But that's it. See you guys in a little bit. Alright, we're at around an hour, maybe 5-10 minutes. So I think this is pretty much it. Ooh, let's take a look here. Yeah, the beef is definitely taking on some smoke, you could tell. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you know, and like I said earlier, we're not looking to cook this completely. We just wanted to add some smoke. And I think we accomplished that. Let me take a look here at the vegetables. They look good as well. We'll give it a quick stir. And this has been hovering right around 175, which is perfect. Again, I don't want to cook it too much, just to add some smoke. All right. I'm going to get this out, bring it inside. We'll take a look at it and we'll mix the rest of the ingredients. Meet you guys inside. All right, there you are, guys. Look how beautiful. Look at that. I could smell the hickory smoke. And then here are the vegetables. Have you take a good look. So what I'm going to do now, I just plugged in my big slow cooker here, my 8-quart slow cooker. I'm going to pour one of these trays, the celery, the onions, the carrots, and the potatoes. Okay. And now I'm going to put the beef in. Let's see. There we go. Alright. We'll be back in 1 second with the rest of the ingredients. Alright, so here are the rest of the ingredients. I put the other vegetable on top of the meat. So we're going to start off with 3 cups of beef broth. You might have to go all the way up to 4. So have 4 cups available, but we're just going to start off with 3 cups. You can always add more down the line. Okay. We have 1 cup of red wine. Okay, that gives it a nice rich flavor, so I would certainly recommend the red wine. And if you're worried about the alcohol, that'll all burn out as this starts to simmer. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, we're going to put that in there. Now we got some dry spices here. We got 1 tablespoon of thyme. We got 1 tablespoon of rosemary. We got some minced garlic, around 4 cloves. Alright. We got a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. Kind of hold everything, bind everything together. And then finally, 2 to 3 bay leaves that we're going to throw on top. But first I'm going to give it a good stir. And you'll get more liquid in this as it starts to cook and the beef starts to simmer a little bit. There'll be some more liquid that'll be added as everything kind of starts to simmer down a little bit. Now I have it set on high. I'm going to keep it on high for like the next hour, hour and a half. I just want to get this up to a nice simmer. And then depending on how long it is till it's dinner time, you can put it down on low to just let it simmer the rest of the day, but you probably want it to simmer for at least 4 to 5 hours. And a couple bay leaves, like I said, on top. Alright, there we go. I'm going to put the cover on it, like I said, high. We'll come back in around an hour and a half or so and check on it. See you in a little bit.
Alright, you know what time it is. Beverage review time. I'm trying the original cream ale, Wexford, Irish style. Nitro Drought. So it's got that little widget, kind of like the Guinness does. And this is made in England. So that's what I'm having. And this is my son Kyle. Say hello.
Hello.
And he's going to be trying something he hasn't had in a while. It all started off with root beer reviews, and he's gone through quite a few, but we found a new one. Unleash the Taste, the original Bulldog root beer, handcrafted. And this was made in Washington State. So that's what Kyle's having, okay?
So I've had this going for around 2.5 hours. I'm going to turn it on low now because it's bubbling. I just wanted to make sure that wine, you know, the alcohol kind of got burnt out of it. Alright. Let me pour it for you sideways because this is probably going to have a head. And don't keep pouring this because root beers typically are foamy, like beers.
I know.
Oh. Look at that.
Also, guys, you can argue about the soy one description, but he says that, I mean, not description, the comments,
Listen to this.
but
Hang on, listen.
he said that, sounds like a fart.
That's that little widget thing they put in there. You're supposed to let it air out for a few seconds and then pour it with the glass kind of sideways here. And this gives the beer a very creamy consistency. It's hard to describe, but if you've had a Guinness, you know what that creaminess is, but except this is obviously not as dark as Guinness. And I like it because it's going to fill up this pint glass exactly.
He said that, he says that root beer is beer or
Well, they call it beer.
alcohol or something. I'm saying it's not alcohol, it's not beer,
Well,
it's
it's
not
not
even
alcoholic
anything
beer.
like beer. and I looked up the background of it, and you can look it up yourself, but it's nothing to do with beer.
Well,
and
they call it root beer. I don't know if you guys could check this out. It's kind of cool. Let me turn it sideways. You can see the glass, like the top part's all foamy, but as it kind of settles, you can see the foam is moving its way up to the top of the glass, and it's got this really foamy head. Alright. Smell a little bit of malt. Alright, come on, Kyle, cheers. I don't want you to bang it just yet. We'll do a cheers afterwards. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Alright, let's give it a sip, huh? Ooh, yeah, that creaminess. Kind of like a toasted malt. Mmm. Totally different from normal beer. It doesn't have a lot of hoppiness to it. But it's got this kind of malty taste. And very drinkable. Okay, now we can do a cheers. I just wanted to get that. Okay.
I'm not saying this is better than Virgil's, but this is probably one of the best root beers I've had in a while.
Really?
Going off of most of the root beers I've had.
Wow, that's a pretty big compliment.
Most root beers have that kind of like root beer carbonated like soda taste. Like if you have had like A&W or something, or like Sprite, you know how like it has that like taste? But then like this, it doesn't taste like that. It's like creamy.
They say this has pure cane sugar and honey.
It tastes like a cream soda basically.
Wow.
But you can taste like root beer.
Wow. Nice. So to let you guys know too, I had it going for around a half hour, and there wasn't much liquid. I added that extra cup, so I did a total of 4 cups of beef stock, and now I think it looks good. I'll show it to you in just a second. But anyway, alright Kyle, I'm glad you had a root beer now. You haven't had a root beer in a long time. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to enjoy this with Kyle. We'll be back in a little bit when we're ready to serve this up and do the important taste test. Until then, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, like I just said during the beer review, it's been on for around 2.5 hours on high. I'm going to kick it down now to low because we're not going to be eating quite yet. And it's really bubbling, but like I said, you want to make sure it comes to the full simmer like this because you want to burn off any of that alcohol from the wine. Alright, look at this. Wow, now it's certainly starting to look more like your traditional beef stew. I'm going to give it a good stir here. Try to keep those bay leaves up on top. It smells delicious. Alright guys, I just wanted you to take a quick look there. Put it on low. We'll continue simmering it. Be back in a little bit. Alright guys, welcome back. Last step is to stir in some frozen peas. I just opened up the bag here, cut it open. Let's pour this in. And this doesn't take long. You want to do this at the very last step because these just take literally a couple minutes to warm up. So we're going to stir this in. Make sure they're evenly coated. You know, you could set it up to high if you want for 5 or 6 minutes, 10 minutes to kind of bring it up to temperature. And yeah, we're ready to go. Look at this, man. Oh, I thought I fished out all those bay leaves, but I got one there. Okay. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and cover this up, turn it on high. We'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, it's been around 15 minutes. We've had the peas in it. We're going to scoop some out and give this a try. Ooh, get that steam off. But there you go. Take a look at that. Man, looks good. Boy, I can smell the smoke just taking the lid off.
It does smell good.
It's very smoky. And I have to mention, my mom's here, and I think I'm immune to the flavor of smoke just because I've been doing smoking videos for like 4+ years, and I'm just so used to smoky flavors that sometimes things that taste smoky to other people, I don't even taste the smoke just because I think I'm kind of built up a immunity to it. So my mom tried this. She didn't care for it. She said, you know what? Wow, it's really smoky. It's got a really kind of strange taste. And I'm like, really? You know?
because I really liked it, and Monica liked it, and I'm like, well, what's going on? And I think it's just because of the smoky flavor. I think, you know what? So I'll give you guys a disclaimer. If you don't like things really smoky, you can follow this recipe. Just don't smoke the vegetables and the meat. I like the smoky flavor, so I don't have an issue with it. But, you know, I'll give you that disclaimer because I really like it. I think it's delicious. I mean, look at this. Oh, it looks so good. All right, we'll be back in a second. We'll give it a taste test. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. I'm here with my wife, Monica.
Hi.
We have these 2 delicious bowls. I made some bread rolls as well. These are really good. Kyle loves these.
Those are good.
All right, so let's give this a shot. Our smoky.
I can smell the smoke.
I mean, I can smell it too. It's really strong.
But it smells good though.
Look, call me weird, but I really like it. It is like extra smoky. So if that's not your thing, just kind of cook the beef stew the same recipe, but just like throw the beef in. Don't bother with the smoking, but I really like it.
That is like, I mean, that's unlike any beef stew I've ever had. It's got the same beef stew flavor with a really good recipe, but I personally, I mean, being from Alabama, I love the smoke. Okay, so this to me is a winner. Really. Nope, I can't say
No, I
anything else.
really
It's got
like it
great
as well.
flavor. It's got the regular beef stew flavor of a good a beef stew recipe with a lot of good smoke.
And look, if you have a smoker and you're looking to kind of change up your beef stew recipe, whether you use mine or not, this is a good way to do it. Just try to smoke it. And look, you don't have to do it in a slow cooker. If you have a Dutch oven, you can put all the ingredients in, just cook it completely on a smoker. That's okay as well, or a grill, or even in the oven or on the stovetop. It doesn't matter. The fact is the smoke flavor is coming from when you smoke the meat and the vegetables for over an hour on the smoker. It really adds that flavor.
I can definitely taste the smoke.
Yeah, I can too.
I mean, we weren't sure. He even said to me before he started, I'm going to try it. I really love my smoker and I will love beef stew. I'm going to see if it really makes a difference to do that. It does make a difference, I'm going to tell you.
It makes a big difference, really.
So if you don't like big smoke flavor, don't do it because it is very smoky, but it's delicious.
No, I really like it. Like I said, my mom,
it
was a little too much for her. But hey, you know what? It's something different.
Right?
Yeah, to each your own. Like
it's
I said,
really
I think I've built up immunity to smoke flavor just because, you know, hey, smoking barbecue tips and recipe. That's my thing. I like to smoke stuff. So, you know, I like it. And I would highly recommend trying it if you're looking to change up your beef stew recipe. It's really good. Whether you use my recipe or not, just try smoking the meat and vegetables for an hour or so.
For sure.
Before you put it all together, you're going to absolutely love it.
Yeah. If you like smoked, you'll love it. No matter what recipe you use. I mean, assuming it's a good recipe.
Yeah.
But smoking your meat definitely makes a difference. Definitely makes a difference.
As always, guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button. I would love it if you would consider subscribing. That's the button on the bottom corner there. And I'll leave a link above to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Okay.
No, this is good.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. This will be good eating for a while.
I think it'll be even better tomorrow when we put this in the fridge. The flavors blend together. It's going to be good.